probably gathered by now, we're doing self-defense from our early practice today. And we're gonna go over 3 things. We're gonna go over hair pulls, full Nelsons, and choke holds. I'm gonna show you how to put someone in one, and then she's gonna tell you how to get someone out of one. Hayley.
Okay. So the first one we're doing is the hair pull. It's exactly what it sounds like. The attacker stands beside the victim and pulls their hair. This is banned in the UFC, the MMA, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now we will demonstrate how to do the hair pull.
Now, as the attacker,
Her glasses.
My glasses are fine for this one.
now for the hair pull, the first thing you're gonna do is, we made it easy on your head. So I'm gonna grab her right here, as close to her head as I can. Once I'm there, I'm standing beside her like this, and I kind of have full control of her head here.
Put your arm out, over. Don't smack him in the face, like I've done multiple times practicing. It's very easy to just smack him in the face. Go around, over, pull down. Knee in the groin. Once they're down, knee them in the head and run away.
Now we'll be doing the quick version, which, don't get me. Please.
And down.
And then you would run.
Yeah. And then I would run away.
Okay.
Granted, I'm not very fast. Either way, I would
Kicking hard enough out, I'm unconscious.
That's true.
Next up, I will be going over full Nelsons. A full Nelson is a maneuver used to restrain someone's neck and their spine, holding them in place. To do a full Nelson, you would put your arms underneath your victim's arms, wrap them over, and grab them by the neck, straining their head over into this position. The full Nelson is banned in UFC, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Muay Thai. Now, for the victim to get out of this position, what they would do is, keep in mind, the attacker, my arms, would be underneath hers, straining her head like this. What she's going to do is take her hands like this. She's going to push on her forehead to get her head back upright. That's going to give her more control over her head and take some strain off her spine. From there, she's going to bring her arms back, and she's going to push down on my arms as I guess that's about it. She's going to push down with her arms, as well as try to pull my hands away from her neck. Once she is free, she can run. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put my arms underneath hers, my hands are behind her neck, I'm going to put her head down.
So you're gonna push up. I usually grab his hands because it's easier to grab. Push down,
See how she's grabbing my hands?
grab wrists, push down with the arms. Those arms away. Then you're free.
Now, quicker version, which keep in mind, actually doing this would hurt you, the victim, but you would be free.
Okay.
Just like so.
And then the third one we are working on is the chokehold. Its other name is the carotid sleeper. I can never remember if I pronounced that right. This is a technique that involves applying pressure to someone's throat to cut off airflow, eventually making the victim pass out. This is banned in the UFC, Muay Thai, and wrestling. In order to escape this attack, you always want to tuck your chin first, so they do not have better access to your throat and can choke you. Then you want to wrap your arms around their arm, pulling their arm away from your throat. Lower yourself and pull your head out of their arms, pull their arm behind their back, grab their shoulder and kick them in their tibial nerve, which is a nerve back of their knee. And if you kick them hard enough, then they won't be able to chase after you,
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go behind her. You can do this either way. I prefer having my left arm around her throat. I'm gonna go here, and usually, so I can hold on to this better, what I would do is I would grab my hand like so, which to me looks like this. And have that here. And her neck is gonna rest right in the crease of my elbow, so I get both sides of her neck.
And you tuck your chin, grab the arm on his bicep and his forearm without grabbing your own hair because that's painful. Pull away, duck out, arm behind his back, shoulder, kick tip, you hold her. Breathe. And then run away. I'm not gonna run away.
Now once again, I put her neck in the crease of my shoulder, my elbow. Grab my hand. This is the sped up version.
That was bad.
Actually,
Apologize. I always struggle with that.
Actually,
That's that.
that one hurts a little bit. Don't say. Keep in mind it's a nerve. You actually hit that, hasn't hurt a bit. Now, I'm gonna go over a few more nerves that you can hit, given the right opportunity, not necessarily from any specific offensive attack. Just might want to keep those off for a second, because I kind of need to show this. Okay, so we just went over the tibial nerve, which again starts right above your knee and actually goes all the way down to your calf. But right above your knee or in your knee is where it's going to hurt most. Now you also, not so much a nerve, but right here, forgive me, I cannot remember the name of it.
Temple.
Yeah, the temple. Temple you have right here. Now, given the right opportunity, if you hit that hard enough and you have a clear shot, when your knuckle's right there, you can knock out someone trying to attack you. If you see someone that either throws a punch at you or their arms are out like this coming towards you, this might be easier to show on the short sleeves. Right here, where your bicep connects to the rest of your arm, punch right there, hard, as another nerve. That can temporarily, if you hit it hard enough, won't fully paralyze their arm, but will make it harder for them to move their arm, control their arm, giving you a higher chance of, them not grabbing it. One more, show this on her, turn to the side. This one, we had one more actual maneuver that we were going to put in here, decided against it. But if someone's trying to attack you and you have clear access to any part of their head right here, and you have quick access, you can put right here where her jawbone is. If I can get my fingers or her knuckle, usually your fingers up in there, and you push and you would, if she's trying to hold her head here and I push hard enough to bend her head, that's going to do some damage. That could put her unconscious. The final thing we go over is when you are out in public, to avoid getting attacked in these scenarios in the first place, you can always follow the 5 A's. Awareness, alertness, avoidance, anticipation, and action. Things like this, once you do them for long enough, you're not obviously think about them. They'll become second nature. You won't think about it. These can be things like keeping track of where someone is in a room. Not always required, but I always look for cameras when I walk into a room. If I see someone and I can perceive them as a threat, I keep an eye on that person. I go, okay, they're going that way, they're over there, okay, they moved, they're over here now. Things like that could keep you safer. You're always going to look for exits. There's one there, one over here, one there. You're looking for windows. There's 3 on each wall. These are always going to be helpful. If something happens, break a window, get out of the room. And one more thing, God, in Luke 22:36, tells us, or Jesus tells his disciples to buy a sword. No, I'm sorry. Jesus tells his disciples to buy a sword. If they don't already have one, because we know that we will be threatened, which has become even more true in today's world. We will always be threatened. There will always be threats. Could be someone we know, could be someone we don't. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt your daughter. These moves will also require some practice. It's not going to be you've seen it, you can do it. If you have siblings, I would recommend looking up certain things and without harming them, do the walkthrough like we did, where you slowly do it and just get familiar with the movement.